That was, a little embarrassing. No kidding. Oh, right. Here, let me return this to you. Oh? Seriously, Joshua? This is your only memento of Karen, right? You shouldn't just fob this off on others without thinking, buddy. Yes. It was a bit thoughtless of me, wasn't it? I mean, ever think that he thought of you as Karen, Estelle? Maybe? It's in all the JRPGs, like, in all the books. It's like how Sonon thought of Yuffie as his sister, his late sister. I was kind of wondering, what kind of person was she? What kind of person, huh? She was friendly to everyone she met, kind almost to a fault, and she had dignity born of humility. Sounds like someone I know. She and Louvet, the Louvet of back then, were perfect together. I was always a little jealous of them as a child. Friendly, kind of dignified. So she was kind of like Chloe then. It's a good comparison thinking about it. Karen didn't look like Chloe, she had my eyes and hair, but they were similar in spirit. Estelle? Oh, nothing. And speaking of Chloe, you realize you worried her and everyone else sick too, and not just me, right? You have some serious groveling to do when we get back. We probably don't have to tell Joshua that Chloe, like, had a crush on him or something. Estelle, if you say something like, oh, I don't have the right to go back, I'm just gonna drag you back by your hair, okay? Sure, you were Wiseman's spy, but you didn't even know it, right? Even helping the bandits get their ship back was done to try and stop the society, right? If you tell Dad about the society's plan, that'll make it even. That's what they call a plea bargain, right? That's not quite how a plea bargain works. Besides, even if you want to stop the society, you can't get back on that ship, can you? In that case, your only option is to work with us, Buster. And if you hadn't been abducted, I could have destroyed the Glorious as I originally planned. Yeah, sorry. Wait, hold on. How can you say destroy the Glorious so easily? I know it's a society we're talking about, but were you really going to kill them all? It will take nothing less to stop Wiseman and Louvet. Even then, there's a decent chance they'd survive the destruction of the Glorious. For the love of... No, actually, I think it's for the best I got caught. You were going to do something completely crazy, Joshua. You're all, Estelle's being all cute and naive again, aren't you? No, not at all. It's just, you've matured a lot as a person while we've been apart. Ultimately, you're still Estelle. That makes me happier than I thought possible. Oh, Come on, Estelle. Why the heck does Joshua's smile still make my heart race? It's cause it's been a while, isn't it? It still gets me right there. Joshua owes Estelle a kiss. Last I checked. Estelle? Hey, you got along pretty well with that tomboy, right? Tomboy? Oh, you mean Josette? Well, at first we had our differences. Even so, we came to understand each other pretty well by the end, I'd say. Understand each... Did you kiss her? What? Question, answer, give. Right, of course I didn't. Our relationship wasn't like that. Yeah, it never was. Josette thought otherwise. Oh, good. Well, then... Can I request a do-over of that night? A do-over? Oh, please, just give it to me. I've waited like 40 hours for this. The first kiss is really important to a girl, you know? And it was all your fault that mine got wasted. So, you've got to take responsibility, mister. Estelle. Estelle, I suppose I do. Hey, Joshua! Interrupted. Who interrupted? You're gonna have to pay a fine. Oh, of course, it's the Bobcat. Oh my, I cannot wait to see Estelle and Josette's, like, conversation here. The tomboy! Well, heck, you got away too, huh? Well, I was hoping you'd stay caught. Gee, maybe I should have thrown you at them as a distraction, but I don't think they like grimy tomboys. Come on, Josette, don't start a fight. Yeah, Joshua is Estelle, hands off. You won't object to a brief truce, I hope, Miss Bracer. Yeah, well, you guys did save us back there after all. So thank you, really. We wouldn't have made it without you. There's no need to thank us. Shh, I don't remember saving you. So just keep your thanks to yourself, okay? Okay, one of you is getting dragged off to prison after all, it looks like. That aside, Astray, what are your plans now? Huh? We came to asking if you ever wanted to come with us, but I'm thinking it looks like we don't even need to ask, huh? Yes, forgive me. I'm not really certain how things will go from here. Right now, though, I'll be traveling with Estelle. Joshua. I see. Whatever, at least there's still a chance. What? Joshua, remember, you get tired of Miss Airhead over there, just come on back to us. That'll never happen. You'll always have a place on the Bobcat, okay? Walk over here and call me an airhead one more time, you greasy tomboy. Okay, thanks, Josette. Don, Kyle, I owe you so much. Ha, that's our line. Good luck and stay safe. Hopefully we'll meet again someday. Kyle is the best Sky Bandit, though. Alright, that Estelle Josette exchange was funny. Pretty much what I expected. I wonder where, like, the others are, because they were just on the base or something. I wonder where they ended up. Estelle. What is it? You do understand the enemies we made are overwhelmingly powerful. You were captured primarily as bait to lure me out, I suspect? That way, the Glorious wouldn't be destroyed in Wiseman's absence. Oh. And to be honest, Louvet probably could have saved the ship after kicking our bodies into the sea. I'm fairly sure the reason he didn't was out of pity. Pity at how weak I was, I mean. All of the enforcers are the same. In terms of pure power, they're all masters far stronger than me. Even Ren. We picked what will probably be the hardest fight of our lives. Yeah. But I do promise. I promise I won't ever run away from reality again. I'll walk with you until the very end. Joshua. I promise to the very end. Chapter end? Yup, there it is. The Whereabouts of Bonds. Now I see why it's called that. Best chapter in Sky SC without a doubt. It's not even close. It's like not even close. But that chapter was not just because it's not even close. That chapter was just really, it was really good. It was really, really good. Down from Joshua's, like, I'm gonna talk for a bit. Down from, like, Joshua's, like, comeback and how he and Estelle met up again, back to that little talk on the beach. Just everything about that chapter was really good. Not just because it's not even a contest, because it really isn't, but it was just so good. This is Blue Blanc. The device is in place. I await the beginning of the ceremony. Ooh, we're gonna, like, probably go back to the towers now because they have, like, these machines. This is Dire Wolf. All done here. Hurry up and get this started. I wonder if we're gonna finally fight the enforcers. We haven't fought any of them. This is Bewitching Bell. The beta's in place. I mean, they're all at these towers. We're probably going to end up going to these towers and fighting each of them. If I had to guess. From this, like, cut to all of them. Haha, Ren here. I'm ready, so we can start whenever. The moment is upon us. Let's begin stage 3 of the plan. I like Cold Steel 2. But Cold Steel 2, I'm going to read this first, actually. Ariel sealed in the dark where Supthium lights does not reach. May you gaze upon our poor material world through your gospel. I'm actually going to wait for a good time to talk about this until I'm, like, playing the game again. Because I don't want to interrupt any dialogue here. What the heck? Gaze upon these 4 pillars. They are the final shackles that bind you. Simply they may appear to be, but I know what their purpose was long shrouded by the decree of man. With hands which bend the will of all, reveal their true form. Okay, yeah, something's gonna happen. We're gonna have to go to all these towers. This seems like a good time to say it. Cold Steel 2 was a good game. I liked the game overall, but there was, like, I don't know, there were, like, good chapters. The intermission was, like, one of my favorite parts of Cold Steel 2, for sure. But I feel like even the best chapters of Cold Steel 2 weren't as good as that chapter of Sky's second chapter. But Cold Steel 2 definitely had a lot of moments of, like, oh, it was pretty good. The finale of Cold Steel 2, obviously. But other than that, Other than that, in the intermission, that chapter 6 of Sky 2 was, really, really good. Ladies and gentlemen, our blessed celebration's ready. Now go, enjoy it to your fullest. Excellent. We, the enforcers of Ouroboros, by order of an Anguis, we shall now liberate you of your shackles. The Tetracyclic Towers. Cyclic. Again, it's gonna come down to how this game ends at this point. If this is my favorite Trails game, or if I still like Cold Steel 2 more. It's gonna come down to the ending of this game. Sky 2, for that chapter alone, is close to just being like my favorite Trails game, but it's gonna depend on how it ends to really have a concrete answer. And that's the situation as it stands, and all the information I gathered while aboard the Glorious. This is looking like looking into the Maw of Madness. I think a monster of a ship like that hasn't intruded into Liberl. What could they possibly plan to do with something so powerful? Unfortunately, I did not manage to learn all the details of the Gospel plan. I do know that they've already begun the next phase of it, though. They said the third stage of the plan was getting ready to start, but that's about it. Situation is grim. General Morgan has the army begun to plan a response. These two, as might be expected, contacted Cassius last night before coming to us. At his suggestion, I put the entire army on a state of high alert. We have an entire aerial fleet in the air patrolling the width and breadth of the kingdom now, Your Majesty. I see, very good. Stell, Joshua, thank you very much for your hard work. No, it's nothing. We just did the right thing, you know? To be honest, I should have approached you much earlier. I apologize for my earlier behavior, especially the theft of the airship. Wait, Joshua. It's alright, Estelle. I'm prepared for whatever punishment they deem fit. Your Majesty, what shall we do with him? I believe we will have to bend the letter of the law to match its spirit in this case. In light of all the information on the society you brought us, Joshua Astray, I'm willing to pardon you for your past deeds. Really? But Your Majesty. It is alright, Joshua. To be honest, an orphan of Hamel deserves a far greater recompense than the Queen's simple discretion words. Oh, as I imagine you do know that I knew of the massacre and have remained quiet about it until now. What? What do you mean? The 100 Days' War began with a furious declaration of war from Erebonia to Liberl. It was given on the basis that the butchery at Hamel was conducted by Liberl's armed forces. However, as a condition of the treaty that ended the war, the Empire reacted the accusation, retracted, on the grounds that neither side would ever, under any circumstances, speak of Hamel again. Just like Louvet said. Once I considered the circumstances, I could vaguely see what happened in the Empire. However, even though Cassius's counterattack plan had gained us significant victories, Erebonia had not committed the bulk of its military to the invasion of Liberl, yet they returned with the greater part of their army. After realizing that, I agreed to their conditions. Oh. I chose to prioritize my nation's safety over the pursuit of the truth. I destroyed in the hope the victims who were lost in the shadows have for justice. Those words that Lieutenant Lawrence, that Leonhardt said to me, "You are hardly qualified to feel pity for me." He was absolutely correct. Your Majesty. Your Majesty, please don't blame yourself. You had no connection to the massacre, and the safety of your entire nation was at risk. As a ruler, you made the right decision. Joshua. This land of Liberl is like my home. Is my home. It's the place that mended my broken heart. I've been reading so much. I don't hate you for choosing to protect it, Your Majesty. I thank you for it. Joshua. Yeah. Thanks, Joshua. To hear you say that feels as though a burden was lifted from my shoulders. Stell, Joshua, is this everyone else? Everyone. Oh, yeah, it is, finally. I was wondering when they were going to show up. Stell, I'm glad you're safe. And Joshua. You're both back. Chloe, Tita. Hey, guys. Sorry to make you worry. Really, you two. The way you behave can drive a woman to drink, you know? Still, though, good to see you brought our little runaway after all. Shara, Agate. Glad to see you two are back. I'm certain this, too, must be the divine guidance of Adios. Sorry for all the fuss. You dang well better be. Oh, Kevin. They get to meet? Oh, Kevin. Gotta tell you, Estelle, when you got snatched up, I just about flipped out in every direction I could. Seriously, don't make me worry like that next time, okay? Yeah, sorry about that. So then, this must be... Yes, I'm Joshua Astray. A pleasure to meet you, Father Graham. Ugh, even more handsomeness than I expected. And wait, you know me? I heard about you once or twice while keeping an ear open for what Estelle was doing. I heard how you helped Estelle when she was in need of several times. Thank you. I'm grateful for your help. It wasn't a big deal. So, if you two have made up, I won't say anything. Except... just don't leave your girlfriend in the lurch like that again, huh? Otherwise, some of us will take that as a cue. She's single again. I will, keep that in mind. Kevin is the best character in Trails in the Sky. Confirmed. Well, Sieg is the best character, but after that, Kevin. Huh? What are you two whispering about? Nothing. Just a guy thing. Yeah, it's nothing. If it's something dirty, I could show you the girl thing we do with a stick. In response, Olivier, quick, be a test dummy. Pardon me, your majesty. Oh, Cassius. Dad. Cassius. It would have been weird if Joshua called him Dad. General Bright, thank you for coming. Have you gotten the orders out to all forces? Yes, I flew out here as soon as I was finished. I thought it was about time to come and do my duty as a father. What? We spoke on the phone yesterday, but this is the first time we met face to face in a while. Yes, it is. Sorry I made you worry. I knew the oath you made. I'm nearly as much to blame as you are. You needn't apologize, but I must do my duty. Cassius is the one that slapped him. I honestly thought Estelle would slap Joshua because she was both mad and upset about him. Whoa, wait, Dad. It's alright, Estelle. I mean, like, he does deserve it. I would have liked it from Estelle, but I guess Cassius doing it isn't too like, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm spacing out. I've been streaming for 4 hours. That's what you're supposed to do to a runaway son, right? Exactly. Looks like you understand now. Just how badly everyone was worried about you, huh? Yes. It's just the sort of thing someone like me wouldn't realize, isn't it? Yes, it's a hard thing to truly grasp. No man stands alone, even if he tries his hardest to. He's affected by those around him. And conversely, he affects those around him simply through the act of living. Even without meaning to, we form relationships, and in time, those relationships become bonds. Bonds. And a bond once formed never breaks. No matter how far we travel, no matter what path we follow, they remain in some form. Do you understand just how strong some bonds can be now? Yes, honestly, I'd underestimated them. I didn't understand how powerful they could be at all. Joshua. If you learn that, then I think your little walking tour was worth it. Joshua, you damn fool of a son of mine. Welcome home. Cassius. Dad. I might say half the foolishness comes from the parent himself. It's a lovely moment, Morgan. Come now. Pardon me. How much people can come to this castle? Captain Schwartz, what is it? Your Majesty, sirs, there are massive groups of unidentified creatures near all 5 major cities. From the reports, we suspect they may be archaisms, but we're not sure. What? They've started moving. Also, we've reported... Isn't this the final dungeon theme of Sky 1? I love this track. Also, we've received reports of herds of armored beasts and soldiers wearing red from every region. Local guard forces are engaged in fighting them back, as I feared. I should return to Hacken Gate immediately. Also, Schwartz, there can't possibly be more. There is, we lack details, but there is some kind of abnormality is the only way to put it at the towers. The top of each tower has been engulfed in darkness. It's bizarre. What in the... I hate it when my bad feelings turn out to be right. Furthermore, a guard ship on patrol attempted to approach one, but it began suffering catastrophic system failure as it approached, and only barely managed to pull back. Orbital suspension. What about ground-based scouts? I've already dispatched them. No word back. Excuse me, Captain Schwartz, I have a report. Man, there is just endless people coming. Scouting units deployed to the towers have all been destroyed. Sounds impossible. Every squad was scattered by just one person. Reports are consistent. What? Give me a second to just jam out. I love this track. Takes me back to when we were doing the Sky 1 final dungeon. Did I miss anything that isn't just cutscenes? No, it's been a lot of cutscenes. Straight from when I fought that tank with Joshua and Estelle, it's just been nothing but dialogue. That can only be. Yes, only an enforcer could do that. Dad, the normal army troops have no hope of defeating them. Let me go. Excuse me, Joshua, but why are you trying to go on your own? Did you already forget the promise me, Wade? Oh, yeah, he did. But Estelle, society's on the move. As a bracer of LeBro, I can't sit back and ignore them. Yeah, it was like Estelle's mission too. I'm going after them too, either way. Estelle. It isn't just Estelle either. I'm coming as well. I have my own personal reasons for wanting to confront one of them after all. As do I. Shara Zinn. Point is, you ain't the only one tied up in this. No running off without us, got it? That's right, Joshua. This is just the kind of time we all need to work together. Agate, Tita. Thank you, I appreciate it. Looks like you've decided. Allow me to make a formal request to the Bracer Guild on behalf of the Royal Army. I want you to investigate and resolve the situations at each of the Tetracyclic towers. Bring the phenomena to a halt and, if possible, apprehend those responsible. Yeah, got it. Guild accepts your mission, General Bright. Grandmother, will you lend us the Arsail? Huh? Yo, we're gonna get the airship to use at our own will? That'd be awesome. Because in Cold Steel 2, like the second act of the game, you get an airship. It would be so awesome. Your Highness. Certainly, this is a situation which demands haste. I was considering offering the Arsail regardless, but if you're asking yourself, does that mean you're ready? No, not yet. When I return the ship, however, then I will have an answer for you. Very well. Liberal's wings of hope are yours to use as you see fit. Thank you very much. Julia, prepare the Arsail for launch, please. We must head to the towers immediately. By your command, my lady.